So I made like Salisbury steak, but I formed them into meatballs, and then I put them in the fridge so that they would bind a little bit before I put them in the oil. So I have some olive oil and some butter just to brown these up, and I'm going to need a little more of the oil. And I'm going to brown these up, and like I said, I don't know what I'm doing tonight, so you're going to name this recipe. And you're gonna, name it. We'll see if it turns out good, see if the hubby likes it. But this is the fun part of cooking. You know, my kids are occupied, they're having fun. I could get creative in the kitchen. I know we're gonna like the meatball because we love our Salisbury steak. That is a given. So, okay, I'm gonna get the the pan is hot. Let's add these in. I probably could have really diced or chopped up the onion a little more finer in this, but that's okay. We're experimenting tonight, right? It's all good. And some of my favorite dishes have come from experimenting in my kitchen. And sometimes I don't write them down. And they're always different the next time I go to bake them. So, yeah. Oh well, right? I think I might finish these off in the oven. I do have my oven preheated at 350. Because I do want to make kind of like the Salisbury steak, but I want a creamier, like sauce. And I have a pot of boiling water here. When that is ready, I'll drop the egg noodles in. So I do want to make a creamier base. I might add mushrooms to it. So I don't know. I got all these thoughts in my mind. We'll see what we come up with, right? Just gonna brown these up, and then I'll come back to you when I know what I'm doing next. Okay, I browned up the meatballs. I'm going to put them on a paper towel. I decided that I am going to finish these off in the oven. So we're going to get any of the onion that has fallen off and all that oil to get onto the paper towel. Okay, I'm going to make a roux. I'm going to turn my heat on. Same pan that I browned them in. I'm going to add a few tablespoons of butter. Get that all melted, and then I'm going to grab some flour. I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons of flour. And sorry, my fan for my stove is on and I can't turn it off. It automatically turns on sometimes. So we're just going to deal with it. We're just going to stir this, try to cook off some of the flour. Get that all. And then you're basically making a thickening agent for your gravy, basically. Okay. I'm going to add 2 cans of beef broth, and I'm just using a Kroger brand. It has no MSG in it, which is excellent. No extra salt either, so. Okay, I'm just going to whisk this together. It's going to start to thicken up. Okay. Now I don't want this just to be flavorless. So you know me, and you know that I love garlic. So I am, just like we did with the Salisbury steak, I am going to add some garlic to this. Gotta have flavor. I might need a little more sauce than this. So I have a half a can of chicken broth in the fridge that I'm gonna grab that I already had opened a couple days ago and used. So I'm gonna go grab that. Because I don't want it to be completely like Salisbury steak. Okay, and I'm gonna add some chopped up mushrooms. I have 3 big button mushrooms here. Now this will thicken more in the oven. I do want it to get a little tangy, so I might add some sour cream. So I'm just gonna taste what I have here and see if I need any seasonings. That's a really good, like, light-based gravy. Very good. I'm kind of glad I added the chicken broth. That's good. And then once the onions get cooking in there, it'll add a whole nother flavor. I think for this, I'm just going to add a touch of salt. And I'm going to add some more garlic. I put 2 garlic cloves in there. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do, since Salisbury or Swedish meatballs have like a mushroom texture, that's why I thought, well, we'll do the mushrooms too. A lot of people use cream of mushroom soup for their Swedish meatballs. Why did I come to my refrigerator? Oh, sour cream. I'm not gonna put a ton of sour cream in here. Just something to give it tang. So I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of sour cream, and then I'll see what it tastes like. And then I can alter it if I feel it, you know, it needs more. But I don't want to ruin it by overpowering it with too much sour cream. So right now, we'll do the 2 and taste it. And then once we bake this in the oven, these mushrooms are going to cook down. They're going to shrink. Mushrooms shrink a lot. So don't think, oh, that's kind of big. It's going to be okay. Okay, I'm going to taste this now and see where I should go. Oh, that's good. I like where this is going. Ooh. Okay, the sour cream really gave it a good thing. I'm gonna give it another teaspoon. I really like what it's doing to it. I'm gonna put some more salt and some ground pepper. Okay. Work that in. And I'm excited to see what the mushrooms do to the flavor when it comes out of the oven. Ooh, that's good. I'm not going to touch it anymore. That is perfect. Well, I ended up cooking it for 40 minutes because it took a while to start bubbling. So I just wanted to make sure the meat was cooked through. And it's gorgeous. It smells so good in here. So here it is. I have my egg noodles done. I already grabbed one out and tasted it. It's yummy. So, I have my egg noodles and my meatball that I tasted. Ooh, look at that.
No, pass the forks out. I'm gonna go along with you.
It could be thicker. So it's good to know that I could really make it thicker in the pot.
Say 1.
But that's okay. This
Happy.
will be yummy over the noodles.
No, happy. Like
Ooh,
this.
look at that. Yeah.
1.
Well, the sauce is really good with the egg noodles. Really good with the egg noodles. So I'm happy with this. My little version of a Swedish meatball, Salisbury steak style. So interesting.
Loud. No.
Yum. Okay, I brought the sauce back into a pan, added some cornstarch and water, and thickened the sauce up. And so it's beautiful, nice and thick, so it's perfect now. So I'll just add it to my plate. So yeah, so I'm gonna dish up the family and see how they like it. Hi. So,
It's good.
yeah? What do you like about it?
Meatballs.
Like it?
Yep.
Yep. Is it a keeper?
I think you can play with it.
You think it's a keeper, Daddy?
A girl.
I do. I think it's a good base for playing with.
Well, that's what I was doing tonight.
Boy, I'll act like a
I was
girl.
playing around with dinner, and I am asking my dear friends here on YouTube to name it.
Mama!
Okay, guys, I want you to name this dish.
Yeah.
It's like a Salisbury steak. It's the Salisbury steak recipe, but just made into meatballs. And the cream sauce is like the Salisbury steak, but I want you to name it. What can I call this? Because it's kind of Swedish meatballs, but not Swedish meatballs, because it's still Salisbury steak balls. So you guys name it, and whatever name I like the best, that's what I'll call it. So good luck. Thanks, guys. Bye.